You're listening to the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the bell to make sure you get the latest episodes of the podcast. Be sure to like and share our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter and on Instagram. And last but not least, from Group D, Bangladesh, to finish off our preview of the teams in Group D of the full member nations. And their captain is Nabajul Hussain Shanto. They haven't won a T20 World Cup title as yet. T20 World Cup in 2022, they finished in the Super 12 stage. And Bangladesh, as we discussed with Sri Lanka, the same with Bangladesh. They've been very poor in the last couple of T20 World Cups, especially in the World Cup last year in India, they were poor. They've been very poor, Bangladesh. They haven't been performing to their potential, really, which has been disappointing because they do have players that are capable. It's just that they haven't put it into the complete performance. 2024, this T20 World Cup, I don't think a lot of people have them qualifying for the Super 8 stage. They lost a T20 match. Well, they actually lost a couple of matches in the T20 series against the USA recently. And you would expect Bangladesh to win those games against the US, but they lost a couple of them. And they won the last game of the series, but they lost the series 2-1 against the US. So, yeah, for Bangladesh, it is a very tough tournament ahead for them in terms of what they are going to do. In terms of any results, any wins, they may finish on the bottom of the group. You don't know because of the form they're in at the moment. It's very hard to judge. I think for Bangladesh, it's important the senior players stand up. Obviously, Shakib Al Hasan's been disappointing of late. He needs to stand up. Obviously, Shanto is the captain. He needs to lead from the front. They've got bowlers and batters who are capable of performing well. It's just whether or not those can click, come together, and put in a good performance. If they do that, then that will be a very good thing for Bangladesh to try and do in this T20 World Cup. But based on current form, it looks like it's going to be a challenge for Bangladesh. They're in a tough group. They've got Sri Lanka, they've got the Netherlands, they've got Nepal, they've got South Africa. You would think they should win the games against Nepal and the Netherlands. But even in saying that, they lost to the Netherlands last year in the 50-over World Cup, Bangladesh. Just with the way they're playing at the moment. So it hasn't been good for Bangladesh, but for them, it's important to start well. Their first game of the tournament is against Sri Lanka, and they've got to start that game well. Otherwise, if they don't start well, then that could be the tone of their tournament, really. And just like the T20 World Cup in Australia 2 years ago, and like the 50-over World Cup last year, they could be finishing on the bottom of the table in Group D. It's a real possibility. So for Bangladesh, they really need to perform well, back their abilities, back themselves, bit of self-belief. Just go out there and play the best possible cricket you can be. Play to your strengths and hopefully exploit the weaknesses of your opponents. But for Bangladesh, it is going to be a tough T20 World Cup for them. But they've got to keep fighting. And, you never know. They may win a game or two if they put a performance together. But it's definitely going to be very challenging for Bangladesh in this T20 World Cup. Hi, everyone. Make sure you subscribe to the Dibbly Dobbly Podcast YouTube channel and click the bell so you don't miss out on all our episodes and live streams from the ICC T20 World Cup for 2024. If you're watching or listening to this episode on YouTube, let us know in the comments your thoughts on how Bangladesh will go in this ICC T20 World Cup for 2024. We would love to hear what you have to say.